Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at the unique rare pistol called Radburn. You will get this one from inside a blue TAU crate during the first quest in the United Colonies questline called Grunt Work, just around the area where a Terramorph will spawn. So keep your eye out for that. Make sure you go rooting around all the crates and containers, look for the blue ones, and you will come across this. The planet you're looking for is Tau Ceti 2. So there you go. It's a blue weapon, so it comes with a single trait which is radioactive, randomly deals radioactive damage and demoralizes the target. So a little bit of extra damage for you. Not a lot, but a little bit. 4 out of the 6 mods already pre-installed. You get a compensator, white hot rounds, hair trigger and binary trigger. So theoretically this thing should fire really quickly. 7.77mm rounds, so it's quite a high caliber ammunition for a pistol. We'll see how that works. 70% accurate, range of 28, so it is a short range pistol. 12 round magazine, which I believe is standard for the type of weapon that it is. It is obviously based off of the Eon, so any modification that fits on the Eon will fit on this one. And yeah, no extra sight to this. I think it would have benefited from a short range sight, but we'll be dealing with the iron sights. But so anybody that knows and watches my videos, I generally hip fire rather than aim down the sights, so shouldn't be that much of a problem. So let's give this one a go. We're in a level 30-ish range area and we're doing a cryolab clear out, so this one should be quite well suited for the building I've picked. So let's see what trouble we can cause. Nice clear weapon ammo readout at the back. That aim down sight is awful. It's red on red. It shouldn't be like that. You only need the one red. You don't need to be doubling up like that. That's just going to get in the way, I think, but we probably won't use it that much. So let's give it a go. Okay, so burst firing will often cause a problem, but can also deal more damage. So the downside is you will expend 2 rounds each time you depress the trigger. I don't like shooting barrels when I'm testing a weapon, but I had to do it. It was just too good an opportunity. Okay, a bit of armor. As expected, they're around about 28 to 30. That's fine for a pistol weapon test. So, excuse me. Sorry about the cough. What to say? If you've used the Eon, you know exactly what this weapon's like. There's not going to be any surprises. The fire debuff that I seem to be putting on things is pretty decent. It doesn't seem to do a massive amount of damage, but it does seem to upset them quite a lot. So, if nothing else, it'll act as a good distraction whilst you clear them away. I'm not a particular fan of the binary trigger where it fires extra rounds each time. It just feels like you're losing a bit there, but of course by firing 2 rounds each time you're obviously dealing double the damage each time, so you know, personal preference. I mean, obviously all these mods are not set in stone, so you can pick and choose. You could take out all these mods and fit your own but still keep that fancy trait. Is it worth picking up and utilising over some other pistols, including a standard Eon? Difficult to say. I think if you found a legendary Eon with offers better traits, then I think you would be better off going with that. If you've not found an Eon when you get to the point of that quest, then obviously give it a go. I mean, it's a free weapon, you don't have to pay anything to get it, you just have to spend a bit of time searching for it. And there we go, you can start seeing its failings now. Yeah, it will boost energy damage to slowly whittle you down, but it doesn't have a lot of firepower. I'm not going to take anything away from it now. So many of these unique weapons are becoming such a disappointment that I don't want to take anything away from this. I quite like the Eon as a weapon, but this one again feels a bit like a weapon that's trying to do too many things at one time. I mean, it's trying to be an energy weapon, it's trying to be a ballistic weapon, it's trying to do energy damage as well as physical damage. Yeah. I think this would have been better off if they had made it a full energy conversion. So you had your standard Eon, but instead of ballistic damage, it did energy damage. That would have made it unique. That would have made it something to really want to go out and search for. But again, that is just my little thought. It's not, you know, that's not the way it must be. It's just something that I think they should do. It's another one of those weapons that could have been better. It needed to be legendary. When you scouring around certain quests and you having to loot them in crates, so there is a little bit of randomness of whether or not you can find it. It needs to be a high reward, and to be honest, a blue is not a high enough reward for a random find. That's definitely got to be at the very least purple, more preferably legendary. And you should never have a named weapon that is just blue. You definitely need the higher colours for that to warrant it, to make it feel more special. I know I keep saying this, but this would be another scenario where I say, I said it earlier, if you're desperate for a pistol and you haven't found something that suits you yet, then by all means go and root it out and see if you can find it and give it a good go. But for the most part, you are searching for a name. That's the only thing you're going after if you've already messed about with pistols. So yeah, I don't want to take too much away from it, because I mean, obviously the radioactive is a nice trait. It is a really nice trait. The white hot rounds obviously make a difference as well. You're setting things on fire. It does a decent amount of damage. The binary trigger, where it fires 2 rounds each time you pull the trigger, is pretty good. But to make it really good, I think what this thing needs is 1, a short range scope, and 2, a magazine upgrade. So an extended mag or a large mag, or even a drum magazine if you could get it, which I don't think you can for the Eon, but that would make it worthwhile. That would make it a unique weapon, in my opinion. If you weren't going to give you a purple or a legendary, then something like that. Fill out the mod slots, basically. You shouldn't be seeing 3 out of 6 or 4 out of 6 or 5 out of 6. When you're finding unique rare weapons, they should be fully modded. But that's taking nothing away. It's still a good weapon, it still does a decent amount of damage, it's still very accurate, obviously close range, but you can get better for free. I mean, obviously this is free, but you've still got to work your way through the quest line to get to it, and then you've got to find it, so it can be a bit time consuming, whereas you can just go and clear an outpost and probably get a handful of eons that may well do the job better than this. So randomness, unless of course you're a collector and you're trying to collect all the weapons, especially the named ones, in which case you definitely want to go looking for it. And I hope that the description I gave is something that will help you find what you want. But for an average everyday person who's just looking for a weapon to use, don't bother, it's not worth it. If you stumble across it whilst you're doing something else, then yay, great, but seriously you can find better just by clearing out outposts. So there we go, we'll leave it there. That's the Radburn. Technically a unique pistol, I don't class it as a unique pistol, I just call it a rare, but there. If you enjoyed it, leave me a thumbs up, that would be awesome. Comment if you feel like it. I'm sure lots will disagree with my assessment. Feel free to express yourself. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one.